Game Awards are quickly approaching, so let's go ahead and take a look at the nominees for Best Narrative. Her Story.
You think it's murder?
Life is Strange.
What are you doing here, Max?
Yeah, I
Tales
know.
from the
You're a hero,
Borderlands.
you're my biggest fan, blah, blah, blah.
You're acting kind of weird, Reese.
These are the types of stories we'll tell our children when we're millionaires.
The Witcher 3, Wild Hunt.
No amount of coin would convince a Witcher to take this contract.
Times have changed.
The right thing to do.
Where
And
every
Until Dawn.
decision
The hell was that?
and every single action
I just saw someone at the cabin.
affects your fate.
Very funny.
All right, out of these 5 titles, if I have to pick one for Best Narrative of 2015, it's definitely going to Life is Strange. Life is Strange was a very episodic release that started at the top of this year and just wrapped up in the last few months. It's a story that tells itself differently based on the decisions that you make, and I thought that was very strong, a very strong way to tell a story. It told the same story every time, but it told it in a different way, and that's very interesting. So my pick for Best Narrative has to go to Life is Strange.
Now, minus Her Story, all of those games, Life is Strange, Tales from Borderlands, The Witcher 3, and Until Dawn, all of those games to me have a really great narrative, and it kind of makes me hard to pick. My only concern is that 2 of these games are episodic games. And so they're kind of story-driven in that sense, where you've got The Witcher 3 and Until Dawn, where Until Dawn is, yes, supposed to be story-driven. It's also a horror game. So it itself also stretches in another sense. But Witcher 3 is a kind of an open-world experience. So you kind of make your own story there a little bit. And like I said, I don't know much about Her Story, so I'm going to place that in 5th place right now. I think I'd probably put Witcher 3 at 1st place just because the story you make on your own. But I don't want to keep talking about it too much. That's just what I think. Go ahead and let us know in the comments below what you think about my picks or Chill's picks. We'd like to hear from you guys. Plus, you may bring up a valid argument, and I may change the way I see my list. But anyway, up next we got Best Art Direction with Batman Arkham Knight.
The hero knows he cannot defeat danger, but for a moment, he can free others from fear.
Bloodborne. Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. Ori and the Blind Forest. Witcher 3. Again, this is another really great list. I didn't play all of Bloodborne. I have yet to play Metal Gear Solid 5. I'm holding off on it, but I've seen stuff for it. So in the same situation with Ori and the Blind Forest, I've seen it. I'm still waiting to play it. And The Witcher 3, I've had a little bit of experience with, I should say. I mostly, for that one, I kind of just watched. I didn't have enough time to play it. Too much Fallout 4 for me. Anyway, so man, they really make this one difficult because I liked the art for all of these games. And all of these games, when they came out, were just fantastic. So, I mean, if I could, I'd probably put everything at a 1, but otherwise I think I'd probably have Metal Gear 5 at 1.
Let's see, if I have to pick Best Art Direction. If I have to pick Best Art Direction, it's definitely going to Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. It looks amazing. It looks much... You can definitely see throughout the series how much technology and how well they've modeled everything in the world, mountains, trees, animals, other people, wildlife, hell, everything. You can see how well they've modeled everything. It all looks beautiful. It all comes together very nicely. That's why it's my pick for best art direction.